Hey, do you ever find yourself buying course after course, stacking up books on your nightstand, but never actually starting that one big project? Do you feel like you're constantly swimming in a sea of information, making endless plans, but never taking that first step? If you feel frozen by your own big, ambitious goals, I need you to hear this. You are not lazy. You're not a procrastinator in the way you think. You're likely caught in what's called analysis paralysis, the sneaky trap of too much information. If that sounds like you, then this video is your official escape plan. Welcome back to the channel, where we skip the fluff and get straight to the actionable strategies that help you build the life you love. Today, we are tackling a silent dream killer, the perfection problem. I know this enemy well because I was stuck in its grip for years. It always felt so safe to just keep learning, to keep researching, but the thought of actually launching anything, absolutely terrifying. So, how do you know if you're in this trap? Well, there are usually three clear symptoms. First, there's the endless search. You're constantly on the hunt for the next better book, the ultimate course, or that one last YouTube video that will finally give you the magic key. You convince yourself that what you already have isn't quite enough. You just need one more piece of information before you can start. Sound familiar? The second symptom is what I call perfect planning. You'll spend weeks, maybe even months, creating the most beautiful, meticulously detailed, color-coded plan the world has ever seen. You've got spreadsheets, mind maps, and a flowchart for every possible outcome. But when it comes to actually starting step one, it feels completely overwhelming, paralyzing even. The plan becomes a project, and the doing never happens. And the third, most common symptom is information hoarding. This is where you confuse consuming knowledge with making real progress. You spend hours reading, listening to podcasts, and taking notes, and you get that little dopamine hit that feels like accomplishment. But here's the hard truth. Learning is not the same as doing. Reading about running a marathon isn't crossing the finish line. It's time we stop mistaking activity for achievement. If these symptoms are hitting a little too close to home, don't worry. The first step to breaking free is acknowledging the problem. Now, let's talk about the solution. The first, most powerful tool to escape this paralysis trap is to switch your entire learning philosophy. I want you to move from just-in-case learning to just-in-time learning, or JIT. Just-in-case learning is what most of us do. We try to learn everything we might possibly need in the future, just in case. We try to master the entire roadmap before we've even started the car. It is like trying to memorize a map of the entire country before you even left your driveway for a trip to the local grocery store. It's completely unnecessary and overwhelming. Just-in-time learning flips this on its head. Instead of learning everything, you define your single, most immediate, smallest goal. For example, let's say your big goal is to start a newsletter. Your old brain would say, I need to take a course on email marketing, learn about deliverability, study copywriting, and build a landing page. That's analysis paralysis waiting to happen. The JIT approach says, my only goal right now is to send one email to my first 10 subscribers. That's it. Now, you only learn the specific, tiny skill needed to achieve that one task. In this case, maybe you watch a 5-minute video on how to write a compelling subject line. That's all you need. You don't need a PhD in email marketing to send one email. You learn just what you need, right when you need it. This simple shift dramatically shrinks the perceived size of the task and makes starting feel manageable and easy, not massive and impossible. Next, and this is a big one, you need to let go of the obsession with 100% perfection and fully embrace what I call the 80% momentum rule. Our brains are wired to seek certainty and avoid failure, which is why we crave perfection. We think that if our first attempt isn't flawless, we've failed. But here's the secret. That final, agonizing 20% gap between pretty good and perfect is exactly where analysis paralysis thrives. It's a black hole that will suck up all your time, energy, and motivation. The truth is, the primary goal of your first attempt at anything, whether it's your first video, your first article, your first product, is not perfection. The goal is momentum and feedback. You need to get something out into the world, even if it's only 80% of the way to your ideal vision. Why? Because the real world, the market, your audience, they will teach you more in 1 hour of feedback than another month of isolated planning ever could. If your first podcast recording is 80% good, launch it. If your first website design is 80% there, publish it. You can always iterate and improve later. Version 1 is better than version none. Remember this phrase, imperfect action is always, and I mean always, better than perfect inaction. The goal is to get the ball rolling, because an object in motion stays in motion. So, to wrap this all up, the cycle of analysis paralysis is a prison of your own making, but you hold the key to escape. Stop the endless information gathering. Stop confusing learning with doing. Instead, commit to 2 simple principles. First, adopt just-in-time learning. Identify the very next, smallest step you need to take, and learn only what you need to complete that single step. Second, embrace the 80% momentum rule. Let go of perfection and aim to get your work 80% of the way there, then release it. The feedback you get will be far more valuable than the time you'd waste chasing that final 20%. You have enough information? You have enough plans? What you need right now, more than anything else, is action. So here is your challenge for today. I want you to pick one project, one goal that you've been putting off because you feel stuck. Right now, using the just-in-time method, I want you to identify the absolute first, smallest possible step you can take. Maybe it's drafting 1 paragraph. Maybe it's registering a domain name. Maybe it's sending that 1 email. I want you to commit to completing that tiny step within the next hour. Don't think about step 2. Just do step 1. Then, come back here and tell me in the comments what that first step is. Declaring it publicly is a powerful way to hold yourself accountable. If you found this video helpful and you're ready to trade analysis for action, do me a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more practical advice to help you move forward. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Now, go take that first step.